This portion of the news brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
The LJM Maritime Academy, which was introduced to the public this week, is located on the former site of Coral World and is now called Maritime Quay.
At the opening Thursday, Managing Director of Campbell Shipping, the LJM Academy's partner, Chandler Sands, told the media they're seeking to strengthen the maritime industry and attract more Bahamians.
The significance of the vision is that this is a holistic program with Campbell Shipping Company and Lowell J. Mortimer Maritime Academy, such that we went to industry first, required what industry required. Campbell Shipping Company manages international vessels. As Mr. Mortimer mentioned, we are currently recruiting from India. So we decided that we would bring an academy home to qualify Bahamians so that we can give those jobs to Bahamians. And the goal for the next 40 years is to ensure that the maritime industry has 5,000 workers, which will rival two properties that we can see from our shores here, the Atlantis and the Bahama that is coming on stream.
Now, the LJM Maritime Academy will have a call for students in January 2014. President of the Academy, Dr. Brenda Lee Clare, told reporters if students applying do not have the qualifications needed, they will offer workshops for 4 months to get them ready for the program in September.
In addition to that, we will be offering academic subjects in math, English, report writing, drilling, discipline. We're talking about ethics, everything, because we're dealing again similar to what Dr. Pinnock said, the holistic, the whole person. We're looking for persons who are not really necessarily the high flyers with 5, 6, 7 BGCSEs. We're looking for persons with at least 3 BGCSEs. We're only expecting Bahamian students to pay at least $3,000, and they will have to work. We will give them a work grant. They will have to sign a bond so that when they go on the ships, that they will pay back into LJM, and then we will give them a scholarship.
Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Works, Renwood Wells, says there have been proposals submitted to the government for an LNG plant to be erected. He noted that the government has responded positively to those proposals and the dollar value for such a project is substantive.
Proposals for LNG. One company had talked about investing $1 billion in Clifton in an entire LNG regasification facility here in Nassau. $1 billion. Anytime there's an opportunity to expand the empowerment of Bahamians and to cause this country to grow in substantive ways, we are always interested. We take it seriously. The Prime Minister took it very, very seriously. And obviously that company is going to be one of those that resubmits, and we're going to look at how we move forward. Whether there's the political will for us to establish LNG here in Nassau, I guess we will see.
This year's Gumbe Festival, launched just last week Friday, is being termed an overwhelming success. Spearheaded by the Ministry of Tourism, the event is focused on sharing an aspect of our cultural heritage with visitors, while at the same time generating revenue for Bahamians. Now, Director of Events at the Ministry of Tourism, Charity Umbrister, says so far Gumbe Festival has exceeded expectations.
We had to regroup because we know that there were some things that we can improve on, and we will be doing that this week. Apparently, there were a lot of persons who claimed they were still not aware, and so this Friday, we're really expecting a much bigger crowd, and so I'm sure the vendors will be happy about that as well. The lineup is going to be just as exciting or even more. The police band, of course, will kick off the festival at 12 noon because we want to capture the visitors coming from the cruise ships and those persons downtown during the day. We have Metellus, the Obeah Man, of course, the traditional Gumbe street dances, and that was a big hit, and rightly so because it's called Gumbe Summer Festival. I think persons were really excited to see that coming back.
Now, the event costs the Ministry of Tourism around $100,000 a year, and Mrs. Umbrister says the investment is worth every penny.
There were some stalls you couldn't get a complete dish because a lot of the side dishes were gone, or even some of the major dishes. The young man who's doing the cane, that was a great hit. And he said he did extremely well. So we're very happy about that. And this week, we've also gotten about 2 or 3 additional vendors. We thought we were to our max, but we made it possible to accommodate them. It is our intention that it will start earlier. I think we had some challenges this year in terms of financial ability to determine whether or not we were going to do it. And so moving forward, just like we did with Junkanoo in June and Junkanoo Summer Festival, we would like to start this event much earlier in the summer.
So to come tonight, Shawnee Miller lines up for the Bahamas, going after World Championship glory.
And Jamal Roll pushes to get out of the 200 heats. You're watching the Bahamas tonight.
This portion of the news was brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
This is your Royal Fidelity Business News. I'm Jimenita Swain. The Bahamas Chamber of Commerce and Employers Confederation wants government to fully outline the new national energy policy. BCCIC Chairman I. Chester Cooper noted in a press release that to initiate a request for proposal process without outlining its national energy policy in advance is like, quote, putting the cart before the horse. The BCCEC said it welcomes the announcement that government is considering privatization of the energy sector with the potential to bring much-needed efficiencies, reduction of costs, and to create a competitive market for the production of energy. Given the ambitious timeline, Cooper says it will be important for government to ensure full transparency and public education. Bahamas Striping making new strides and increasing its offerings. This time it signed a new 2-year agreement with an international company set to launch airport maintenance services. The agreement was signed with Highlight, a New York-based company. Now Bahamas Striping is now positioned to provide tarmac services for the nation's airports and hopefully airports worldwide. Highlight currently serves 20 countries. And the new Jobs movie hit theaters this week, and the verdict is still out on how well it would perform at the box office. The movie is a biopic about the life of Apple co-founder Steve Jobs. The Hollywood Reporter suggests it may have a hard time clearing $10 million. Poor reviews of the film are not helping to boost that figure either. The budget to pay for and produce Jobs was just under $15 million. That was a look at your Royal Fidelity Business News. I'm Jimenita Swain.